So with that, let me get set up here. So I'm going to turn you into a test student and then go through the timed assessment demos as test student. Let me start with the multiple choice timed assessment. So I don't think all the illustrations I have on this page are done in this format. I'm pretty sure the very first one, it's me just basically doing all three assessments, one after the other, and took me about an hour to do that. About 20 minutes for multiple choice, including explanation and all that, and then 20 minutes each for each of the questions. Now, starting last year or so, I started doing the multiple choice timed assessment demo with ChatGPT because it was getting good enough with the GPT-4. I thought, I used to really rely heavily on the fact that the multiple choice timed assessment was limited to 10 minutes, which meant it was an anti-check feature. With that kind of short to 10-minute time limit, it really wasn't possible for people to post the questions on chat, get a response back and enter it. Now, with the ChatGPT, within 10 minutes, it can do it. In fact, the fastest I've been able to do it is like around 4 minutes. So at this point, this is just my friendly competition with the ChatGPT. It's a competition that I fully expect to lose at some point. And so far I'm winning, but again, in some near future, I might be losing. So I'm going to go through this first with the ChatGPT, and just for avoidance of that, it's cheating. It's against specifically the timed assessment rule, which says no outside help, which means ChatGPT being outside help is forbidden. And it's really against the course honor code in the first place. The number one item in the course honor code is that all the work you submit will reflect your work. And if you're just copying and pasting from ChatGPT, it's not your work you are submitting. With the homework, there can be sometimes a fine line between where you are getting a help from virtual tutor. As long as you took the time to understand, observe it, make it your own, then sure, then that's allowed under the honor code. But for the timed assessment, this rule just flat out prevents it. So for avoidance of any doubt, what I'm going to do right now is cheating. So it's not demonstration in any sense of the word where I'm doing something that I think you should do. No, please don't do it. And if you ever do it, don't admit to it. If you admit to committing academic dishonesty, you limit my options on how I can deal with that. So I'm gonna do that first, and then we'll see how well ChatGPT does, and then and I'll try to beat it both on time and accuracy if that's possible. Now let me just bring up ChatGPT again, noting that this is cheating. You should not do it. I'm just doing it as your instructor, keeping ahead of what's technologically possible. So before I start the timer, I should give ChatGPT a prompt that'll help me cheat more efficiently. Now, I was running out of O1 responses earlier today, so I hope I have enough remaining for this session. If I somehow run out of O1 responses in the middle of this attempt, then I'll just switch model and do another model that's still available to me. So let me start with this prompt. This is like the opposite of the other prompt I was using where I'm asking ChatGPT to help me learn. Right now, I'm gonna basically tell it to help me cheat. So I'm back working on optics questions in my university physics class. I have a set of practice questions. And I would practice multiple choice questions, and I would like you to give me the correct answer as quickly as possible, maybe followed by a short explanation of the correct answer. The time is really important here, so please start your response with the correct answer. Can you help me? And if I extend the thought of if yeah, yeah, even though yeah. So okay, yeah. So So, all right. So ChatGPT is ready. I'm gonna start, and so I'm really gonna focus on cheating, which means I'm not really evaluating the questions for their physics content, and I'm just gonna focus on copying and pasting. And I've developed a technique that could be a little bit confusing, but I'm just trying to give ChatGPT as much advantage as possible in on beating me on time. Start. Basically, I stagger. So while ChatGPT is answering, I'm copying the next question into buffer. Maybe next to two questions into buffer. Um, maybe okay. 0 point. Okay, and I bring up question two from buffer. And I know it looks super confusing to other people. In my head, I'm keeping track of which one is which. Um, so it makes sense in my head. Oh, 0.85. But one of the downsides of cheating is that whatever you are doing isn't conducive to learning. It's conducive to getting points, which aren't worth anything. It's your slide one direction. I think that's the only one that seems to fit. All right. Question four. I think this is question four. The reason I'm copying, question number is so that in case I do confuse myself and don't have the right question pasted, I can at least fix it on response. Okay. 5, I'm sure this is the question 5. Oh, I think oops, not question 6, question 7 is what I got. I think I started the backup recording, right? I'm pretty sure I did. I do things at the beginning of the meeting to make sure that I won't forget the backup recording. But um, all right, I need the question 8 in buffer. I think a ChatGPT might be me on time. So far, I think I spent like 3 minutes. So might do it under 4 minutes. And for me, I think it's gonna be challenging to do the whole thing in under 4 minutes, especially the calculation parts. Those are the parts that are hard. Okay. Question 6. Telescope arrangement with the diverging lens eyepiece. Okay. Question 7 looks like that. Let me look at the thumbnail to make sure. Okay, that's the right question 7. Then I'll have question 8 ready for when it's done. Maybe it won't be meal time. I think it's gonna take more than 4 minutes. Bright and darker fringe gets narrower. My goal in doing this copying and pasting is basically make sure I'm limited by ChatGPT's response time, not my copy and paste speed time. By the way, I'm not evaluating. I have no idea if that's correct or not because my physics brain is turned off. I'm just focused on copying and pasting, reading the response enough so that I can select the correct one. There's one thing I could have done that would improve on the time. I could have pasted the next question before I started reading the response. I think doing that will help shave off a few seconds here and there. In the future, maybe. ChatGPT took 5 minutes, maybe. I'll go back and check. All right, so that's all. Let me make sure I have answered everything. Say progress. Yeah. All right, submitted and 90% in 5 minutes. That's pretty good. So let's see what ChatGPT missed. Yeah, 4.2 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna try to beat it, but no guarantees. I might lose. Again, this is a fight I fully expect to lose eventually. If not now, then eventually. Um, so, all right, I'll go through each question at a time. So, I guess the moment I find the one question that it answered wrong, that means that's the question you missed. And I do want to make sure that whatever question you missed, it's not operator error, because that would be unfair. So, I know this instant analyzer. Yeah, so I can't do cosine of 15 degrees squared in my head, so I do have to uh, use a calculator of my own. Squared 9, yeah, that's right. Question 2, if the length of, you need a half of that length, 0.85, I think is right. Linear polarizer, yeah, that sounded right. Absorb electric field one direction, yeah. That if the choice that ChatGPT selected sounds right, I'll move on. Don't really need to check the rest. So telescope, yeah. So objective divided by the eyepiece should give you the magnification. And 12, I think is right. 110 divided by 9 is around 12. Yeah. Okay, question 5. And I'm having ChatGPT response on the other side of the screen in case people want to read it, kind of get the justification from ChatGPT. I know I was scrolling through pretty fast. Thin converging lens forms image 27 centimeters from the lens. Object place. Oh, so that's the focal length, 27. So object is 14 centimeters. Then the image distance is, well, I guess I have to do this on a calculator. I can't do it in my head. So on a calculator, I would do, yeah, so it's gonna form a virtual image. 14 times 27 divided by, well, 27 minus 14. But it's actually 14 minus 27 will be negative number, virtual image. So 29, yeah, that's the correct answer. Virtual image 29.1 centimeter away. Yeah. All right. Question 6 must be in the remaining 5 questions where I missed. Virtual object. Yeah, remember this choice, and that involves virtual object because the image formed by the objective lens forms beyond where the diverging lens needs to be. So yeah, that's actually correct. That's not an easy question, and ChatGPT got it right. A thin oil film on top of water exhibit. Uh, so oil on water. Um, Yeah, so that only changes the basically optical path length difference, which would be larger. So I think that's right. Let me read the rest of the choices to see. So I don't think this will be right. Intensity, not decrease. Intensity, if anything, increases from Fresnel equations. And I think that's why I said it decreases. That's the one that's for sure wrong. Spacing. Yeah, this is nonsense. Yeah, yeah. So this choice is definitely right. Question 8. Oh, maybe I missed this. Let's see. So separated. Um, so the main thing that controls it is basically path length difference at the thickest end. So at the thinnest end, nothing. So the light goes the beam that goes through this air gap goes through it twice. So 130 micron is the how much additional distance it travels. Let me just in my calculator do 130 micron divided by the in microns this is 0.532 micron. 0.532 micron. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, and I spaced the choices out enough that like a few percent difference doesn't change your answer. 240, I think that's right. All right, I guess let's keep going. Must miss question 9 or 10. Maybe 10. 10 is based on an image, so I can imagine him missing it. Has the single solid diffract most correctly state, okay, as wavelength. Yeah, that seems right. Uh, Longer wavelength does mean broader diffraction pattern. Must have missed the question 10. What is the ratio? Oh yeah, I think it's a 6 actually. So if the middle is 0, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the one that's missing. So it should have been 6. Yeah. And I think I miscounted the about 10. You have to be exact because, that'll differentiate between 5 and 6. Yeah. So, if it is sixth one that was missing, then, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12th one is missing. Yeah. Yeah. So it's, well, yeah. Yeah. So this is the kind of one, I don't know. I think I wouldn't have been surprised if ChatGPT got it right. I mean, it's not an easy question. It's because you have to carefully count. It's like, there were memes there about having ChatGPT count number of R's in strawberry. And maybe along that line, if you wanted to count the exact number of fringes in an image, it misses it. But I'm pretty sure that's the incorrect one. We can check let's check the answer key to be sure. I'm just starting to doubt myself. So let me go in with my instructor access. I'm going to do this on my second screen. And I will go into test the student's attempt, and I can show it to you with the answer key available. Great, here's test the student's attempt. Everything right, except for the very end where the answer should have been 6. Yeah, good. All right, so I have a bit of a tough task ahead of me, which is I have to be ChatGPT on time for 0.2 minutes and try to beat it on accuracy, which means not missing anything. And I will tell you this is hard. So in trying to do both beat it on time and beat it on accuracy, it's possible I will miss doing either. That can certainly happen, and I think it's happened at least once in the last year. But let me give it a try. So I'm gonna go really fast, which means I'm basically going to not write anything down unless I have to in order for me to think through something. Otherwise, a lot of it will be me just typing numbers into Wolfram Alpha if I need the numbers and I can't do it in my head. And I won't explain anything. Explanation takes time. I can't possibly explain as I go and beat this time. Like that, I know I can't do it. So it'll be very quiet for next 4 minutes or so. I'm just gonna try to work through this as quickly as possible, hoping to beat ChatGPT on accuracy and time. My pen works if I do need to use it, but I probably won't be using it. I'm gonna try to not write. Oh, I benefit from having seen this question before. I get through, yeah. So confusing. Makes me nervous not having read the other choices, but I'm gonna move on. Angular separation. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this question before. What's my time? Oh, okay, I'm beating it on time. Do I? You know what? Let me just roll the dice. If I miss at least one question, then it'll be embarrassing. But I will at least have beaten ChatGPT on time. I missed the question. Which one did I miss? This is ChatGPT's attempt. So, so by the way, it says 6.9 minutes. ChatGPT spent 4.2 minutes. That means I spent only 2.7 minutes. So, so I definitely beat it on time. I have that, and I tied it on accuracy. Let me see if which one I missed. And if I had the unfair advantage from having seen the basically exact same question before, yeah, I mean, yeah, I went second. There's a reason I go second. Um, if this is correct. This one, I think that's correct. Not the same message. Oh, wait, I missed it. Wait, no, 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 no. No, I'm fine. Yeah, yeah. Not the same. Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure that's actually correct choice. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that I'm also pretty sure. Let me read the rest. Yeah, I mean, this is right. Um, this is based on d sine theta is equal to m lambda, and so lambda over d for each integer value of m gives you the angle. So I think this is right. Don't see a mistake. Um, center to center, 24. Yeah, so d over a is 6. That's the first missing order. Most correctly, diffraction pattern becomes broader. I'm not sure what I missed. Let me, go in with my instructor access, and it's possible there's a programming error. Which, if I'm detecting programming errors, that's great. I've been wanting to fix this. I wish more people sent me errata. So maybe I have a programming error instead of me missing a question here. So let's give it a try. So this is me with the instructor access. Second attempt. Yeah. So I misread the question. That's right. It's half this. So it should have been 46.7. Yeah, 46.7. I thought it was the same question as what ChatGPT got, but so what I missed was that it's unpolarized light that's being instant. So so to start, you lose half the intensity, and then you lose the intensity according to the vector cosine of 15 degrees squared. So it should have been this. Yeah. ChatGPT gives, ChatGPT takes away. I think if I hadn't mistakenly thought this is a question I have seen, I probably would have read it and then realized that there's a factor of a half there. But in thinking, oh, 15 degrees, I can, yeah, that, anyways. So I still beat ChatGPT on time. I missed it on accuracy, but I feel like my mistake is a more trivial mistake, meaning, you know, ChatGPT is that my attempt is better still. I don't know, but this competition it's something that I do fully expect to lose at some point. So um, yeah.